Hi, I'm Megan and I'm a vegan.
Hi, I'm Harry and I'm an omnivore.
With veganism on the rise, some of the big fast food chains are jumping on the bandwagon and they've brought out some of their own vegan alternatives.
Today we're going to visit McDonald's, KFC, Subway and Pizza Hut and try some vegan alternatives for ourselves.
And hopefully by the end of it, Harry is going to be a vegan convert.
Look, don't get your hopes up, but I'm open-minded. I'd like to eat a bit less meat in the future, so if these options can provide a good alternative, then I'm really happy to try it. Our vegan journey starts at McDonald's, where we try their Vegan Society approved veggie dippers. We bought them for £3.59, which is around $4.60. So, I mean, looks-wise, it looks kind of maybe like a chicken tender sort of thing, which is maybe almost misleading because unlike some of the other options that we are going to try today, this one isn't actually fake meat. This is just a vegetable-based thing.
Cheers.
Cheers.
So I would say that that is a little bit disappointing. It's a bit underwhelming. I've probably had better equivalents from supermarkets that I bake in my oven.
I think I agree. I think it's disappointing. I think considering the fact that vegan chicken nugget alternatives already kind of exist, I'm not really sure why they didn't try and do something like that because, yeah, it's just like a kind of average bean burger, bean nugget sort of thing.
I open that in the middle, that's the filling on either side. And considering that was nearly £4, that's a lot of money for not a lot.
If anything is going to turn me into a vegan, knowing that this exists is not it.
Next, we head to Subway to try their new meatless meatball marinara, where we bought a foot long for £6.49, which is around $8.30. So I've never really been a big fan of the meatball, the classic meatball. So for me, I have nothing to compare it to, but it looks like a meatball. Looks like a beef meatball. What do you think?
In contrast to Megan, meatball marinara is my go-to order at Subway. So I'm quite invested in this because, you know, if it's a good alternative, then maybe I'll come back. But like you say, they look like meatballs. The vegan cheese looks pretty good. There's vegan cheese on this. And we also got some vegan garlic aioli as well, which looks really, really nice. Excited to see how the kind of taste and texture matches up. Okay, first impressions, Megan, now that we've tasted.
It's a bit dry. It's really dry. I need a water. It's really dry.
You're right.
Yeah, it's really dry. It's not bad. It would just be complemented by a drink, I think. The meatball's good, it's firm, it's not crumbly, which having tried to make my own meatballs does happen a lot. They can just disintegrate. So they've got the texture there quite well.
I think texturally, like, the meatball is pretty good. It does taste like meat. Not as meaty as real meat, which shock, I guess. I think if I were to give this a rating out of 5, I think maybe a 3.5, because it was good, but like you say, quite dry, not quite as meaty as I was hoping for, but not a terrible alternative.
For me it was a bit dry, so I'd probably give it a 2.5 or a 3 out of 5. It's just really dry.
Our vegan fast food journey now takes us to KFC, where we ordered their zero chicken original recipe vegan burger for £4.29. That's around $5.50.
So it looks like what I see other chicken eaters eating. So it looks like what you would normally have. Like a vegan chicken burger is quite a staple thing that you can get in a lot of supermarkets now. So I'm expecting it to be at least at the same level as what the offerings already are, but hopefully a little bit better with those 11 herbs and spices.
Yes.
I was worried it might be quite dry because some meat substitutes can be really dry because the cooking variations on them, you can struggle. And especially as it doesn't have the cheese or maybe some of the other things that you might traditionally have with a burger. But the mayo's really good. There's like a really good consistency of the meat in the middle.
It does texturally taste and feel a bit like chicken. I think maybe in the more of a kind of like chicken nugget vibe, where the chicken's maybe been like a bit shredded and pulverized beforehand, because you don't get the kind of tear away that you might get from a chicken breast. But I have to say, like, taste-wise, again, because I think it leans more heavily on just the herbs and spices that they use rather than the natural chicken flavor anyway. So if you just want something that tastes like KFC and does kind of feel like chicken, this honestly would hit the spot.
Yeah. I'd say this is a 4 out of 5. It's a little bit too salty for me to probably have really regularly, but texturally wise, it feels like a really good chicken burger. Maybe slightly processed, but it is fast food, so.
I'm actually going to be even more generous than you here, because I love salty food. And this is salty, you're right, but also you get the taste from the herbs and spices of a normal KFC. Texturally, it might not be the exact same as chicken breast, but it's more like a chicken nugget sandwich, which is honestly pretty much what I want if I've maybe had a couple of drinks and I'm coming home past the KFC. I'm going to give this like a 4.5 out of 5, I think.
Wow. I mean, I will eat this again, so that's probably a really good stamp of approval. And finally, we head to Pizza Hut to try their pepperoni pizza, ordering their sharing size pizza for £20.99, which is around $27.
So here we are on our last stop of our fast food tour. I'm quite full because we've done this all in one afternoon, but we're about to try Pizza Hut's pepperoni pizza. How does it look to you, Megan?
It looks really good. It looks like it's crispy cheese on top. I mean, nothing about that screams vegan alternative to me. So the first taste that you get in it is very much Pizza Hut's signature, like, marinara. So that is like spot on. The vegan cheese and the vegan pepperoni doesn't like overrule that taste, which I think is really good, because that's why you're coming to Pizza Hut, because you want it to taste like a Pizza Hut pizza.
The texture is maybe slightly weird. It's slightly different to what I'm used to. It
Yeah.
kind of like is clinging to my teeth a bit. Is that normal? Okay. Yeah. The pepperoni, not quite there. Hard to exactly replicate that sort of like texture. Not as crispy as sometimes pepperoni will go on like on a regular pizza. I think if I had to give this an out of 5, I think I'd probably give it a 4. I've enjoyed this, honestly. Like, coming to Pizza Hut, you know what you're getting. You're getting that deep pan, you're getting that marinara sauce, and the cheese, the vegan cheese, really doesn't change it drastically enough for me to not enjoy it. But yeah, no, I've enjoyed that a lot. I think maybe if the texture was slightly better, it would be even higher, but I think a 4 is what I would give it.
So I think 4 is good. I think it would drop a point because maybe the pepperoni is just, the taste is a little bit overpowering maybe. But again, that's our personal choice. You might come, you might love it, and that fruity tang on it might be exactly what you want. But I think it's a strong 4, and I would really recommend this as like a good place to come and get takeout pizza.
So that's it. That's the end of our meatless journey. We've tried options from McDonald's, from Subway, from KFC, and from Pizza Hut. Megan, did you have a favourite?
I think on the individual food that we've tried, KFC just pips it. I think it slightly edges it. But if I was to go back to one again, it would probably be Pizza Hut, because here I can get sides, unlimited drink, free salad, they've got pudding, they've got various different options, so I could come back and get something new like each time. Whereas at KFC, yes, you can get the vegan chicken burger, but the fries aren't vegan, and that's basically their only option.
So I think you've pretty much hit the nail on the head there. I think I'd agree. I think individual item, KFC was the best for me. It did taste like KFC.
Yeah.
Maybe a tiny bit dry, but with the vegan mayo on there, not really a problem, and I just really enjoyed it. But also, yeah, Pizza Hut was fantastic. It was by far the best like vegan cheese experience that I've had in the past, which was nice, because that was kind of something that generally would put me off going for a vegan option or a vegan burger. And now that I've tried what is probably the best vegan cheese that I've had, it's kind of less intimidating now.
So finally, Harry, I think the $1 million question: has your meatless journey today prompted you to take the plunge and become a full plant-based eater?
I'm gonna break your heart, Megan, and say no, because I just really like eating meat, and I don't think there's any shame in that.
No shame.
I do accept all the reasons for going vegan, and personally, I would like to eat less meat. So what it has done is really shown me that there are a lot of viable vegan options out there. So maybe next time I come to one of these places, I might go for one of the vegan ones, but I don't think I'm going to kick meat altogether just yet.